Hello there folks, I'm Dan Brown from asortofinterestinlife.com and I'm in my mum's dining room, so we must be doing something bike related. Today we're going to have a quick look at fitting and then a general review and chat about my actual riding a bike with the Crud Road Racer Mark II Mudguards fitted. Then as you can see from there, a nice road bike mudguard, very minimal and hopefully going to be very good at keeping the mud and water off my very smart appearance. I thought that we'd start off with a very quick look at how you put them on. Not a super in-depth thing because it's a fiddly little job and you'll start to get used to it and pick up the idea straight away. You can see that you have those little brackets that go on the frame itself. They're held in with two rubber bands basically, and then it's a simple case of choosing the tail end that you want to go on the mudguards. The rear guard comes all the way back down right to the crank gear basically, so that's all good and definitely gives you an awful lot of protection from the splashback that comes back down with the tyre itself. The front mudguard is a lot less lengthy because, well, it doesn't need to be, but again is held on by those same similar brackets. And as you can see, because it's all black, suiting up with not only the black tyre but the black wheel rims that I've got on this bike, it's all looking very good. As I'm pushing the bike up an extremely steep hill, let's take this as a totally random moment to have a break, but also talk about these mudguards and give them a proper review. So, as you can see, they still are all intact after I've put in a good probably 100 miles, maybe a little bit further with them, and I'm pretty impressed. They obviously rub a little bit to a certain extent being such minimal clearance, because obviously as your bike's going along and bouncing up and down, there's always going to be wobbling and all that sort of stuff. But there's certainly nothing that I would consider unfair and unreasonable, and I'm more than happy with them. One of the things that I think speaks absolute volumes about these is when you look at how clean the bike itself is. At the main sort of splash up areas, there's almost, well, there is pretty much nothing at all on the down bar there. And also, equally, looking from the back, you can see just how clean the bike is once again. And that, again, obviously can be widened out to where you're pedalling and where your legs are. Obviously there's very little spray coming up and very little spray coming down. I think they're absolutely fantastic, and considering some of the terrain and some of the unbelievable mud that I've been over with these, I am amazed at how, whoops, nearly fell down the hill then. I'm amazed at how well these have performed and the fact that they're still nice and intact and securely attached. As you can see, we've still got our very long tails dropping almost down to the ground there, and the back one is still all fine. So, all in all, I'm absolutely over the moon with them. They certainly are a pretty penny at about 35 quid retail price. Obviously, shop around, as I always say. You'll soon start to see that price coming down to below £30, I would imagine. If we step back and have one last look at the bike in general, you can see that they're very low profile, they don't stand out, and they don't appear to add any sort of cumbersome weight or looks to the bike. So I'm more than happy. That's definitely a Dan Brown thumbs up for the Crud Mark II Road Racer Mudguards. And on that upbeat note and giving it a big thumbs up, I will say thank you very much for watching. Check out my other videos for loads more bike riding and goodness knows all sorts of towpath and boaty stuff as well. Feel free to like the Facebook page, and until the next time, keep it boat worthy, keep it bike worthy, and have a fantastic day. Farewell.